Very nice. Welcome back to Rich Words Music. I am at Ibanez in Germany, and I've been joined by Tommy from Tommy Lee Depp.
Hello.
Thank you for
having me.
Well, yeah, thank you for joining me for what is the first dedicated bass video on my channel.
It's an honor for me.
I've never done it before, and I've been waiting for the right person.
And that's
as so
me.
many of you out there will be doing, and that's you.
Well, thank you. I'm flattered. I'm very honored.
Yeah.
So
Great.
Let's have a fun time here.
Yeah, so it's December 2024. We're checking out the 2025 range of Ibanez basses, and we're doing a whistle-stop tour. We're going to go through 3 or 4, maybe 5 pretty quickly because we have limited time, and because you're the bass expert, you're gonna play them a bit and kind of give us your feedback on it. And I've got some spec sheets here, so I can give the guys out there some information about them, and hopefully you'll learn something from this video about which Ibanez bass you need to buy in 2025. So let's start with this 5-string headless beast that you picked for the intro there. What is this? Well, I can tell you the model number first. It's very catchy. It's the EHB5MSBSP.
Which is a pretty fancy name so far, right?
I hope you all remembered that, taking notes. But yeah, it's a 5-string multiscale, basically, and it's a very modern-looking bass all-round. At least I would say that, yeah.
Like what I really like is this black or this blue metallic hardware here.
Yeah.
Also the Fishman Fluence pickups. And also, those blue special inlays here. Like, I've never seen that before on a bass.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of the color blue. So, blue basses always look nice. And I think we can also have a look at the backside of the bass, the neck.
The neck is awesome. I'm just trying to work out what woods are in the neck. It's a 9-piece neck. Panga walnut with graphite reinforcement rods. So there you go.
Yeah, nice. And what I can say already, it's very comfortable to hold and to play. Like, it feels... like you get the feeling, okay, it's a premium instrument, of course, and it's going to be fun to play it. So definitely it feels like a very nice instrument.
Yeah, definitely. Is this the kind of bass that you would pick if you were, performing, let's say, a show where you needed every kind of style in one evening sort of thing? Or
Absolutely. Like, I'm a big fan of the EHB basses, like headless in general is, my favorite nowadays. And definitely this one is a great choice. Very comfortable neck. It's very lightweight.
Yeah.
It's also, like, for every show, like, it's very important for me to have like an instrument that's not too heavy, because when you have a show for 2 hours or even more, then you don't want that, of course. But this one is the perfect choice. And of course, it gives you a lot of tonal options here.
Yeah.
So whatever genre you want to play, like for me, it's more rock, for example, and metal. I get, what I want basically. And you can have that for any style of music.
Yeah.
It's a very versatile instrument.
I feel like it's one where, you could play literally any style of music on it. It might be one where if you're a more traditional sort of a bass player, you might look at it and think, this is maybe not going to be for me. And I know from the world of headless guitars that before you play them, you think it's not going to balance properly. But once I tried headless guitars, I realized that's not a problem at all. And I'm sure it's the same with this, right?
It's the same.
Yeah.
It's perfect. You don't have the headstock, which is pushing down. Like, it's that cutting, that extra weight which you had before, and it makes it even more well-balanced. So it's a great instrument for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Stainless steel frets as well, for anyone interested. And price-wise, do you know what the prices are roughly going to be? Maybe you could guess.
Well, I hope it's not too expensive so I can get it myself. No, I would say, probably like 1.8, probably, because it looks like a, premium instrument to me. But tell us, like, what is it?
Yeah, ballpark, you're right. 1,800, 1,900 in euros, I think, is going to be what it's roughly going to be. So there we go. So good guesswork. Give us maybe one more sound on it and we'll move on to the next bass.
Okay, let's do some fingerstyle here. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, awesome. Right, we're going to move down now to the more affordable end of the spectrum with this, the 5-string Talman. Yeah, back with the Talman 5 in this non-more black satin, I guess, all black colorway. What do they call it? Black flat. There you go.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, you familiar with the Talman basses?
To be honest, I haven't tried them before. Like, I've seen them. But they look pretty nice. It's like not a conventional shape, which you know from those typical basses or regular basses.
Yeah.
So this one, I like it, when the bass has a different shape than usual.
Yeah.
Also, it feels nice. I have to say that. And of course, this all black that you have here is pretty nice. It's like a nice design. like they kept everything in black, black mechanics, and yeah, also the, I think, ebonol fretboard.
Yes, ebonol fretboard, very good.
And yeah, so of course we can also have a look at the backside here. Okay, I see I have a bit of sweaty hands, but yeah, you make me nervous here, so it's not my fault.
I'm a pretty scary guy. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a black beauty. It looks pretty nice.
It's a really cool bass, and you have a personal preference for 5 strings, right? But you can also get this in a 4-string. So if you don't need the 5th string, then there you go. You can get that as well. This is definitely from the more affordable end of the spectrum. Could you, in your head, like price this? What do you think it's going to cost?
For this, probably around 400, I would say. That might be it, probably.
Yeah, 400, 450 in euros. I think it's going to be somewhere around that sort of ballpark.
Okay, nice.
Maybe a tiny bit less for the 4-string, but yeah, that's what we're looking at. And you do get a lot for your money. I personally love the offset shape. I love my offset guitars as well.
Yeah,
and the pickups
nice.
in this, as someone who is like, I'm predominantly a guitar player, the pickups in this, you've got a P pickup and a J pickup in it, and they're Ibanez's own Dynamics pickups. And that's something where, for me, as someone who, as a guitar player, if I'm recording backing tracks or whatever for videos or for anything else, this has everything that I want in it, and it's closer to a bass than the previous one, for example. It doesn't scare me in the way that like the headless one with the fanfare and all that does.
I see what you mean.
So this is for guitar players maybe looking for a first bass or something like that. This, for me, could be the ideal sort of choice, I think.
I think so too. Like you said, it's an affordable instrument. And it's nice also that Ibanez, pushes, new innovations in a more affordable range.
Yeah.
Which, 400, 500 euros. Definitely, also it feels nice. Like I can imagine that being a great first instrument. And of course, it doesn't have to be a bass, for beginners. It can also be, for intermediate. Who want, a new shape or a new bass in a nice looking design, then it could work. And like you said, the pickup configuration. Like my first bass actually also was with, those P and J pickups.
Yeah.
So it gives you a lot of versatility. It feels nice to anchor your thumb here. So that's definitely, I would say it's perfect for beginners, but also, for other levels of bass playing.
Exactly. It's unfair to call it a beginner's bass.
Yeah, that's true.
While it is a great first choice, like you say, it's going to be a great thing for someone to progress on as well. You could definitely do, pro level gigs with this. But again, if you're a bass player who has some different kinds of basses, you want to get into offsets, this is a great choice to sort of start out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And this is the 2025 model, but there was a beautiful blue burst version of this bass that came out in 2024. I'll put some B-roll in or something like that so you can see it. So that's another wonderful choice if you don't want to go all black.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Can we get distortion in this rig that we've got here? I'd love to hear a dirty riff with this bass.
Probably we can, but...
Oh, wait, if it's too complicated, we won't because we don't want to break anything.
How do we do
I
it?
thought there was like a dirt preset or something.
Maybe we can tap somewhere and it works. Should we give it a try?
We might break it and then...
But we can try with a pick maybe.
Play something with a pick, that's a cool idea.
It seems like a bass which, could be played with a pick.
Definitely.
Okay, let's imagine we had distortion here, then maybe it would sound good. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty nice.
That's fat. That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, it sounds very nice. And like you said, with distortion, it's probably a killer instrument to have, in a rock band, punk band, like metal, whatever. All of these heavy genres. That must be the instrument for that.
Like some of my personal sort of inspirations as a bass player: Tim Comerford from Rage Against the Machine,
nice.
Chris Wolstenholme from Muse, and that's it. So
I totally agree with you.
These two guys, it's going to be perfect for tones like that. So awesome.
So definitely a great choice.
Yep. Next bass. Back with another stunning looking bass. This is a real beauty. This is the BTB945.
Yeah, like you said, it's very beautiful. Like, what was the finish called again? I think it has an exotic name, at least for me.
Cosmic Blue Low Gloss.
Ah, that sounds beautiful. Can you say it again?
Cosmic Blue Low Gloss.
Yeah, that's it. And I think it looks very nice. Also, especially, if we turn it around, that's also something which looks, pretty amazing.
Yeah, this is actually like the other two that we've looked at already. It's a bass that sort of inspires you to pick it up and play it.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. Like if you see that one, you have to pick it up. You can't go, after this one. Like you really have to play it.
Yeah, absolutely. Neck on this is 5-piece maple walnut neck through with graphite reinforcement rods. So there you go.
Nice.
Pretty nice. Pickups wise, Nordstrand, big singles.
Yeah. Like what I can say about them, they feel very comfortable also when you anchor your thumb here. And of course, the sound. Don't have to talk about that. It sounds amazing.
Yeah,
of course.
Absolutely. You can get this one in a 6-string version as well. Are you someone who dabbles in 6 strings or is 5 enough?
Not yet. So 5 is enough. I love the low B string here, but maybe one day, you never know.
Yeah.
Gives you some more tonal options.
Yeah, sure.
So for people who are into 6 strings, then yeah, why not?
Yeah.
The options there.
So educate me a tiny bit then. The 3 basses that we've looked at. So we've seen the Talman, which is more traditional in my eyes. We've seen the headless one with the crazy name that I already forgot. And now we're looking at the BTB. What kind of bass player would you say would gravitate towards this bass over the other 2 that we've looked at?
Like for me, this seems to be quite an all-rounder, actually. So for a fundamental bass player who's doing gigs in all kind of genres, I don't know, be it reggae, be it rock, pop maybe, like this could be really the working instrument for that.
Yeah.
Because again, you have a lot of options here.
Yeah.
And so I would say also, like I said before, but this one is also quite versatile.
Yeah.
But I would say this, is like one of those all-rounders. I think the BTB series, has like a long history when it comes to Ibanez, like I think at least 20 years or something.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
think so, yeah.
So therefore, you can't go wrong with that. I mean, it's a proven concept here, it's a proven bass. So therefore, definitely, if you're looking for like a nice, let's say working machine, this might be it.
Yeah, it could be your kind of daily workhorse classic.
Yeah, that's it.
And price-wise, could you imagine where this one might arrive?
Well, I would say at least 800, but probably more, like maybe 800 to 1,200, something like that.
This one might actually be a tiny bit more than that. But I've been given a ballpark figure of between 1,000 and 1,500 euros.
Oh,
so
okay.
it could be somewhere in the middle of there. So that
Sounds fair.
pretty much spot on. Made in Indonesia, I see on the headstock there.
Okay,
so
maybe you can.
Yeah,
I don't know if we can see that here.
maybe not, but we can see the back, and what a beautiful looking guitar. Again, cosmic blue low gloss.
That's my favorite word.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of satin guitars. This is not quite satin, but it's low gloss, and it's a real smooth, sleek neck, super easy to play.
It's true, yeah.
For a 5-string, very manageable in terms of size. It's not going to be way too big for anybody. I don't
Definitely, because I also have quite small hands, and therefore, I have to say it feels comfortable. Like, it's quite a thin neck, so therefore, that's also very important, for playing comfort.
Yeah.
So definitely. It feels like also like a pretty good instrument.
Yeah, sure. Awesome. Well, let's hear it one more time. Next bass. Beautiful. And finally, we move up to the full prestige of the Ibanez Prestige bass line. This is your top of the line, the creme de la creme, your kind of professional level bass guitar that offers you everything. Top quality specs, brilliant features, supreme versatility, and so on and so on. What are your first thoughts upon playing this one?
Well, like you said, it's one of the premium instruments. And I have to say, it really feels like it. When it comes to the neck, that's always for me the most important thing. It should feel very natural and comfortable. When you play it, it should just, feel very natural. And it does, of course, with this bass. So it's very nice. It's quite thin. So even if you have small hands, you're going to have a great time, with that. It's definitely not going to be an issue. Also, another thing is, it's very lightweight.
Yeah.
So and also, like the shape is very comfortable, like here.
Yeah.
And you have it placed here. It feels great. Like definitely feels like a premium instrument. It looks amazing too. Like I love the combination of the black finish and the golden hardware. That's like a very nice mix that you can have. And other than that, I think we have the Notched and big single wood-covered pickups.
We
if I
absolutely,
remember.
yes, perfect. Nord
the name
Strand, big
correctly.
single wood-covered neck pickup and bridge pickup.
And yeah, when you put your thumb here, which is what I usually use, you
Yeah.
anchor the thumb on one of the pickups.
Yeah.
It feels very, very comfortable. It feels like home, basically, for the thumb.
Yeah.
And yeah, so definitely, like a premium instrument, the Prestige series, so a very nice one.
Yep, this is a made in Japan guitar as well. I think it looks really cool, actually. Like I like black instruments. I like the fact that we've got some gold on it because it's a bit bling, but not too much. So it's a little bit understated. It's not going to look out of place anywhere. And for someone who's looking for a premium instrument to cover any sort of tonal ground for whatever they're doing, this is going to work. And, based on the fact that this has, all of the highest quality hardware and everything in it, made in Japan, could you maybe hazard a guess as to what something like this might cost?
At least 2,000, I would say. Probably up to 2,500.
Yeah, I think
that would be my guess.
Yeah, ballpark. I think you got it pretty much spot on. I've been told this could be about 2,300 euros.
Ah, okay.
So, this is, if you're a professional bass player or just someone who has enough money to really be able to treat yourself to the best that you can get, then this is going to be a choice for you, And, there might be bass players out there who have that kind of money and you're looking between, for example, the 5-string, multiscale, headless or whatever. This one represents, at least in my opinion, a slightly more traditional look. And
Yeah,
it's not going to put
absolutely.
anybody off,
Yeah, it's not as polarizing as, for example, a headless bass.
Yeah.
Which looks a bit futuristic, I would say, or modern, but not everyone would agree with that, just
Yeah.
like you said. And this one is more traditional. So I could imagine that if people want to buy like a premium bass, many would probably decide to go for this one.
Yeah, all the tonal options that you could ever need, plus a super secret feature on the back of this bass.
Let's have a look.
It's, I believe, referred to as a talent switch in the industry.
There we have it. Yeah, I think that might work.
Yeah.
Maybe we should try it and see if we can notice a difference.
Yeah, let's not tell anybody what it is, and you'll try it, and then switch it and try it again, and you can leave your guesses in the comments. But I'm going to tell you anyway. But,
Okay,
yeah.
so let me... Now we have it. Now, again. And what do you think? Was it very obvious?
I would call it the subtle cherry on top of your tone. I hope it translates to the recording. In the room, we can hear it. It's not a huge difference. It's not like changing between a humbucking pickup and a single
Yeah,
coil,
that's
or
true.
like flicking between neck and bridge. But there is something in there. What do you think of it? I mean, you're the bass expert. Like, does it make a difference to you? And is it like a 1% difference, a 10%, or a 75% plus difference?
It's like you said, it's like a subtle difference. Like maybe if you start out, for example, you wouldn't notice it. But if you've been playing bass or music for a while, then you should be able to have your ears develop to a level where you're like, okay, there's like really a change in the frequency, and it's a subtle difference. I don't know how it works in the studio, probably pretty well, or on stage also. But yeah, like I said, here in the room, you can notice, okay, there's a difference. It's a subtle one, so you wouldn't expect, okay, it's a very big difference here. Also, yeah, don't know how it translates to a recording. But there's a difference, so yeah, it's definitely a cool feature to have.
Exactly, and it could save you in certain situations, We're in a very different situation to where you would normally be playing bass, right? This is not your setup, We're in a totally different environment. But, if you're in the studio recording, or if you're making a video or performing live and there's just something missing from your sound, then this is going to give you another option to make it work in a mix or something like that.
Absolutely.
So this is actually a midway switch.
Ah, okay, I see.
Sorry, a mid-frequency switch, a midway switch.
But sounded cool as well.
Yeah, so it's a pretty cool thing. It gives you another option, and it all leads to a bass which is going to be perfect, again, for any style of music in any sort of a context.
Absolutely, yeah. I think the Prestige series, gives you the best out of the best, basically. And you can feel it. Like it's a, very nice instrument. And of course, a bit, or not as cheap. So probably for a beginner, that's probably not the go-to instrument, but
No.
but yeah, it's definitely a nice one. Whether you're a professional bass player or ambitious bass player, you want to spend some money on a great quality instrument, and yeah, that might be it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and this is again is the 5-string version, but there's a 4-string if you want it, or a 6-string if you need even more, because some people apparently do. So there you go. We've looked at 5 basses today from the Ibanez 2025 lineup. Do you have a favorite that you would pick if you could take one of these basses home with you? Which one would it be and why?
For me, it's quite easy.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big fan of headless basses, and you know, the one I think was like the first one which we had. It looks amazing. Yeah, it's very lightweight. It has this nice, blue, metallic hardware, and all of those features, which I think makes it like the perfect bass. So for me, it's an easy one. It's definitely that one. But I have to say also the Talman bass, which, you know, is geared more towards beginners. That's also nice, because I appreciate, you know, when companies, deliver instruments more towards like a affordable range.
Yeah.
And they did a great job with that. Nice design. So these two are like my favorites, but definitely the EHB. But how about you? Like, you listened to them, you saw them, like, what would you say?
Yeah, it's again really interesting from my guitar player's perspective. And I'm also a guitar player who kind of gravitates towards affordable gear. I've never bought a guitar that costs over $1,000 or €1,000. So I'm always looking for the best value for money that I can get. And straight away, when we started testing the Talman out, I just thought this one for me would do a job straight away. You know, it's got the P and the J pickups. So for me as a guitar player who wants maybe a variety of bass tones for different recording, it's going to work. For my skill level, it's definitely in the right ballpark as well. And it looks pretty darn cool. I mean, you've got the satin black or you've got the beautiful blue version from last year. That would be an automatic choice for me. And I think for any guitar players watching this, which is 99% of people, well, that's going to be a great option to look at for sure. If you've got €500 in your pocket and you're looking for a new bass, definitely should be on the shortlist. If money was no option, and if I was brave enough, I'd take your recommendation and try out that headless, because it's a totally new world for me, but it looks like a super cool thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it feels amazing too.
Yeah. And what did that one cost? That was like €1,400 or something?
I think 1,800.
1,800. Okay, so it's a bit more than I thought, but still, that would be worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you, Tommy, so much for taking me through the 2025 Ibanez bass range. Can you tell the guys out there your YouTube and social medias? Where should they go to follow you?
Okay, so basically, I'm called Tommy Lee Depp, and on every social media, it's the same name. So Instagram, Tommy Lee Depp, TikTok, you get the idea.
Yeah, if you need more bass content, he's the guy to go to. And there will be more in-depth videos about, I guess, some of these basses coming in 2025 as well. So make sure to sub to Tommy, check out his stuff. And, well, great bass player. You might learn something from him as well, because he's a great educator too. I just want to thank Ibanez for letting us come here and check out their 2025 range. More information is in the description and the comments and all that stuff. But that's been it for today's video. I've been Rich, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.